Okay, this is going to be video number 9. This is my first really non-LARPing type of video I'm going to put up. This one is about, well, it's about Obama. And it's about a bunch of the people I see commenting on him. There is rumors going on now about impeachment. My big question is, what does that serve? Really, what does it? Is Obama the worst president we've ever had? No. Not by a long shot. Has he failed? An individual type stuff, but what president hasn't? Everybody's going to try to criticize Obamacare. From what I've seen, Obamacare is working for the most part. There are problems with it. There are loopholes. It is going a little slower than it should, but it's helping people, which was what it was designed to do. So those Republicans who basically have already written it off, that is literally ignorant politics at work, where it's my side or you're wrong. And those people who are talking about impeaching him, what do you think you're going to get in its place? He is not the prototypical president. He is more of a committee leader. The difference between him and, say, somebody like Reagan was Reagan would listen to his advisors, and he would take into what they said, and then he would make it his own. And he'd come out there and say, this is right. The difference is Obama comes down and says, oh, we had a committee, and such advised me that this is the way we're going to go with this. Listening to your advisors is a good thing. Giving them credit isn't always when you're supposed to be the most powerful man in the world. So, I guess my main thing here is, for those of you who are sitting there and jumping down his throat, why? We can just get through his term and look towards the next. I mean, I've heard people talk about Mitt Romney. Romney wouldn't have been any better. Romney has been known to renege on deals that he's brokered. You know, he's always been in favor of China, which honestly I think is our biggest threat that we have out there. And there's really nothing that we can put in his place at this time. We should be looking towards the next set of elections. We elected him, get over it. Those of you who say he was elected because he was a black man, maybe that played into it. Who cares? Does the color of somebody's skin really matter? These same people who are complaining about that are probably the same ones who were talking about Jake Rush, the politician in Florida who was being hammered because he was a LARPer. They said, oh, I'd vote for him. Why? Do you know what his issues are? No, you don't. I don't know if the guy's a good guy or a bad guy. I haven't looked into his issues. He could have the worst issues in the world. Being a LARPer has nothing to do with anything. As long as the guy's not a child molester, a criminal, or some such like that, I don't care what his hobbies are. I don't agree with him. I mean, he can watch Jersey Shore for all I care. I think it's a garbage show. I think shows like that, Honey Boo Boo, Duck Dynasty, and such are all a waste of our resources and our intellect. But if that's what they choose, that's what they choose. It's a hobby. We have to look at what they're doing professionally. And a lot of what Obama's got, he inherited. So if you're going to lay blame, why don't you lay blame on all the presidents that have screwed things up? I mean, a lot of people like to hammer Reagan. Reagan's trickle-down economy. It would have actually stopped what's happening now, or it would have slowed it down at least. But later presidents didn't follow through with it. Clinton came up with an idea on how to actually reduce our dependency on foreign oil. And it would have worked if other presidents had not scrapped it and had actually followed through with it. This is the big problem we have with our system is, as a president, you can't get a project into play that is going to have to extend over multiple terms, because as soon as you get replaced, the new president and his party is going to put their stamp on it, and they're going to get rid of your little pet projects, no matter how beneficial they may have been. So this goes out to those people who continually post on Facebook about how bad Obama's doing, how much they want to see him impeached, and so on. Stop. If you're going to put something like that up, then post a solution with it. Defend your position. Because if you can't defend your position, you look like nothing more than a racially bigoted bastard ignoramus. Because that's usually what you are. If you're going to tear something down, then you better damn well have plans for what you think should be built up in its place. Otherwise, you're entitled to your opinion, but when they say opinions are like assholes, your opinion makes you into an asshole. I think that's enough of a rant for now, and I'm sure this one's going to get some kind of response because somebody's going to be offended by it. And I welcome the comments. I welcome any kind of criticism on this one. That'll be all, guys.